Has anyone ever really known how the headless hero, Chuck D. Head, really came to be? Well, this isn't any horror story filled jump scares or gore, or some odd things happening that can't. This is in fact just a hidden story within the game, but unfortunately it seems to be accessed only by beating the emulated version of the game in such a specific way. That in itself can indeed be both frustrating and near impossible, and for this reason, I cannot exactly say of how this is achieved. After learning of his real origin, you will come to understand as to why just hearing about it is enough. I also regret to inform you that I did not take any screenshots due to being so focused on beating the game. It just didn't come across my mind, and I am definitely not that fast to go from a controller to a camera in such a short span of time. It roughly started in the summer of 2013. I am not really an avid gamer who obsesses over certain games, or in general, to be honest. My interests range from anything from The Legend of Zelda to games like Jak and the Forever Man. Hell, even at times I get in the mood to play racing games or sports. I don't choose one game or genre and stick to it. After consoles wore out for me, I began playing emulated games on the PC. I couldn't believe that I hadn't found it sooner, cheating on games I could rarely beat without help, or finding ways to find hidden Easter eggs in games, or even using a save state. Between you and me, I don't exactly like save states. I just have a better time going through like a normal game. I played everything on there, but I started turning my attention in Genesis' direction. The one game I wanted to play was, in fact, Decap Attack. It was just a fun game to play. From what I could tell you, you were this headless body wrapped in gauze, and your eyes seemed to be on your chest. This is Chuck D. Head. As you progress in the game, I suppose you're finding body parts to fix for some strange, balding doctor, and his deformed assistant, kind of like a Frankenstein-esque appeal to the game. All the while, you have to save the world you're in from an evil being who is trying to overrun it. After beating the game, the cutscene shows Chuck transforming into a human boy again, and being thanked for saving the world. My only thought at the time was, what exactly happened to him in the beginning? How had he become what we had seen in the game in the first place? It is never explained, and I wanted to find out. I tried the internet, and many hours later my search had come up empty. Within my search, I did however find an emulator version of the game. Awesome, I thought to myself, because I could add it to my library of games already put onto my computer. I then searched countless hours for a story of what happened on Chuck for a few more days, but it had still come up empty after hundreds of pages of finding nothing. I figured I would just let it go and play some games, something I can do better than give them luck I have been finding in the history of the characters. It started as me playing Link to the Past, and after that had grown boring, I hopped from game to game, just going through the motions I'd had when I was a kid. Suddenly, I found myself playing Decap Attack after a few hours. And wow, did I miss the game. It was fun, new for the time of horror and platforming. It was like Sonic in the movements. Holding the D-pad left or right had Chuck running and gaining momentum, but having to be careful of this, for enemies can appear out of the unseen part of the screen, hitting you and taking part of your health with it. Your only weapons are stretching your face out from your chest where your eyes seem to be to hit an enemy. But you can find some type of skull by smashing these weird totem statues, which allows you to throw it at enemies. But if you're hit even once with the head, you lose it and you have to find more totem statues in order to find it again. After about 10-12 games over on the first level, which proves how rusty I am with this game, I quickly rolled back into my old school groove. I got better and better, nearly beating the first level perfectly. I was quickly becoming determined, slowly beating levels perfectly. After World 1, I noticed a symbol in the top right corner. As far as I can recall, I had never seen a symbol like that until now. I had assumed that maybe if I gotten all 7 symbols, it would unlock a bonus screen or level in the game, so I set out to obtain all the symbols, 2, 3, and then 4 after a few tries, and I had gotten the 4 symbols in the top right screen. But World 5 was in my sights, and how much I cursed this level, I remember it fondly from my childhood. This is by far the most frustrating level I had come across in this game. It is one of 2 worlds with a state that automatically scroll. State? You mean stage? What? Okay. This one has a rage-inducing train-like monster on World 5-2, who will kill you within a few hits as he has an elongated rod of a mouth that shoots from his mouth and hitting you if you get too close. He is pretty damn quick if you let him catch up, and relentless. I already have trouble beating this level without dying, let alone doing it perfectly. That seemed damn near impossible. I wanted to see this through, so I gave it my hardest effort. But unfortunately, I had died until the game over screen had appeared. In a rage, I slammed down the controller and kicked back the chair and walked away from the computer, cursing and screaming at the game. I even went as far as to calling it a cheating piece of shit. So close. So motherfucking close. And I wanted to taste that victory, so I very much deserved. I had only 2 worlds to go after that, and I would have been in the clear. I sat down, smoking a cigarette to calm my nerves because I couldn't let this get to me. I had to be positive that I can beat this. I know that I could have used a save state to prevent myself from happening. Prevent myself from happening to me. To prevent myself from happening to me? Fuck, man, this story sucks. Oh my god. So, I was intending this to be like a serious story. It's like, oh, Decap Attack, that's cool. You know, I like that game. What the fuck is going on? I'm trying to read, it's like, oh, the hidden story of a Decap Attack. It's not going to be cliche creepypasta. And then you immediately start with, oh, I didn't take any screenshots, by the way. You just didn't have to fucking mention that. This isn't even a fucking story. It's just like someone narrating their Let's Play and then being shit at the game. I actually can't fucking finish this. This sucks. Which is crazy. Like, literally the only... Okay, like... The last 2 paragraphs of the story are the actual fucking story. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, this is just someone's Let's Play. Fuck, man. I mean no, like, offense to the author. This one stinks. This is, like, the first time I had to, like, stop reading a story because it made me so annoyed to waste my fucking time with this. Like, what the why would you write this? This sucks, man. Wow.